So we have a little one that is obsessed with dinosaurs. She knows everything about all different kinds and loves to tell us all about them. Ever since we've moved to Florida, we have talked about taking her up to Dinosaur World. It was a lot of fun, and she had an absolute blast. When we got inside, they had this neat little animatronics area. This was before you went into the museum. So I was taking pictures, and McKinley kept saying, "Can we go inside already?" So she wanted to go inside. And we saw all these things, the Mosasaurus neck vertebrae. They had all kinds of actual skeletons in here, which was really cool to see. I think it was a Triceratops, and then they had the Pachycephalosaurus. I can never say that. She always tells me how to.
Raptors were faster.
And then they had this paleontologist there where you could go up and ask him questions. And McKinley probably spent 30 minutes chatting with this guy all about dinosaurs and learning a little bit more. He even told her about a college course in Canada that's free for kids to go to. From there, we looked at the animatronics section, which was pretty cool as well. Once back outside, it was time to go ahead and check out all of the other dinosaurs. That one always reminds me of Fred Flintstone, but they had all of these kind of spread throughout the yard. They were large. I mean, these things were anywhere from 3 feet to 8 or 9 feet. These guys must have been a good 18 to 25 feet tall. Really cool to see the Brachiosauruses and some of these other big ones that they had. And from here, we wandered in through this entranceway, and we did a little bit of fossil digging, which was really kind of fun. But the scenery was beautiful, just kind of walking down these wooden piers or docks. And as you look to the left or you look to the right, it's not uncommon that you'll see a dinosaur kind of off into the woods. They have all these statues out there. And I'll show you later, they have some that are very action-oriented, which was really kind of wild. But this guy's just off the side of a trail. Even had little huts in here where they did sessions and educational displays and whatnot. So from here, we decided to go ahead and take a train ride. So from here, we boarded a small train that would take us kind of through a good portion of the displays, and then there were other sections we could walk through. It was really kind of neat to just see all of the dinosaurs off into the woods, and certainly the conversations we had with the little one were absolutely amazing this whole time.
Wow, the amazing elusive car dinosaur.
It was neat. They would be way back in the woods, and you would think, you don't really see it, and then all of a sudden you catch it out of the corner of your eye. Most of these were not animatronics. They were just made of concrete or stucco or something like that. Styracosaurus, I think it was pronounced? Styracosaurus?
Those things are huge and have the little opposable steps. Look, there's little babies!
The conversations were always great as the little one would tell us which ones were her favorite. Hey, don't forget, if you enjoy this, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you come back and see some of our other adventures. Again, as we moseyed on around in this train, we just kind of kept having conversations around what each type of dinosaur was, whether they were herbivores or carnivores, and then we had a really good time just checking them all out. I kept asking McKinley which was her favorite dinosaur, kind of putting her on the spot. And she had a tough time. I think she named, maybe 5 or 6 different favorites as we went through the whole arrangement of these dinosaurs. She has dinosaurs at home she plays with, and just was, in hog heaven through this whole thing. It was really, really cool to see. And she was informing us about them as well.
Ultrasaurus. It's an ultrasaurus.
Ultrasaurus? And this marks the end of the little train ride. We came back into where we started right here. So once we got off the train, we started walking again down these walkways, and this is the walking part of the display. It's kind of cool to see the dinosaurs here, and this is where some of it gets a little bit more realistic. I think most kids know that dinosaurs did attack each other, especially the carnivores, but you can kind of see these things laid out here. They did a really good job of trying to keep this, I think as realistic as possible. So we continued to walk down the path, and then they saw something kind of interesting and pointed this out. Again, it is not uncommon to see some sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't say graphic or disturbing, but little kids might find it a little interesting. It's definitely where dinosaurs may have attacked one another. And it really is neat that they have these sort of spread throughout the environment in here, right? Like, they're in the ponds, they're kind of hidden behind trees. It makes it look really, really interesting. I think it was pretty cool. Again, here you got a big dinosaur with another one literally in its mouth. So, just keep that in mind if you're bringing little kids here. You might want to talk to them about the fact that dinosaurs were wild and might have attacked one another, especially the carnivores. Even this is another one where there's two dinosaurs sort of going at it, and one is eating the other one and chewing at its neck. They also had a whole paleontologist sort of dig, if you will. We went and met with a paleontologist again in this section. He shared a bunch of fossils with us, told them what each one was, and then the kids get to go into this big sand area, and with little brushes, they're able to brush and expose bones from a dinosaur in here. Obviously, they're artificial; they're not the real bones. But man, she had a blast uncovering this vertebrae and tail in here. After this little dig site paleontology experience, we kind of continued to walk through the rest of the paths. This whole place is laid out in a giant loop, so you can walk your way through it. Nice leisurely pace. There's several little buildings throughout it. They have places for you to dig for fossils. They have places for you to sort of like mine for gold, for gems. And you can buy the whole package. It was relatively inexpensive. I don't know, $30, $36 or something per person. And I absolutely had a blast. So after going and checking out all the different dinosaurs, we even did this little, mining thing for all these gems. They have these little baskets, and you get a bucket of dirt. And then you can see all the little gems she ended up getting here. And you just kind of run it through the little sluice box, I think it's called. It was great.
Is he fast? Yeah? Is he bucking you around? Such a goofball. I love it.
You should definitely check out Dino World. It was well worth the money and the time. And if you have kids that love this kind of stuff, they would be thrilled with it.